Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I wanted to share something with you. So, periodically, I'll get messages from students that say, what is it that you do? What actually do you do? And for me, I always thought this was very clear, with my Instagram page, because that's obviously where most of my traffic comes in, or where I mainly talk with you guys. But then I started to think about that, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. If I have my own business here, and I'm tutoring and teaching organic chemistry as the way that I would in the past have said it, obviously I'm not getting my message across if somebody's still asking me, right? So I'm not doing my job. So I've sat down numerous times and really thought about what I did. When I really looked at it, I realized, in all honesty, I don't actually teach or tutor organic chemistry. What I'm doing is showing you that you already know how to do organic chemistry. And I know that might seem strange, but let me explain. So when I sit with students and I started to look at it, I realized that they would get a rapid growth. I mean, a student would come to me and have like an F on an exam, and then in some cases a week later they would take another exam, and then they would get either an A or close to it. Now, my experience, I'm pretty sure maybe yours is the same, is that when you learn something, it takes a long time, right? You gradually learn something, you incorporate it into some portion of your life, you get a grade, and essentially, it kind of goes up. But for me, all of a sudden I'd get these rapid growth for students. And I started to figure out, what exactly is it that I'm doing? And so that's why I say that I don't actually teach or tutor, because that's a long process. What I'm doing is showing you that you already have all the tools and the skills to max out your potential in organic chemistry. And see, my belief in that is so strong that no matter what you come at me with, I don't believe it and I don't buy it, because you all have demonstrated it to me. You see, you all have rocked out many classes. You wouldn't be in organic chemistry if you didn't know how to learn and succeed, right? Because in order to be in that class, you've already had to have done things to get there. What I do is, in my way of doing things, show you that you already know how to do that. And my platform, you could say, that I do is organic chemistry. That just happens to be where you and I meet. But overall, my skill set is showing you or allowing you to become aware of what is already in there. Now, for those of you that haven't had a tutoring session, if you were to come on here, what would it be like? It'd be like essentially a regular tutoring session, something that you've had, or your class where I'm teaching you organic chemistry. We're going over the things that, for example, you are working on. But to me, I think it's the style, it's the manner, it's the presentation in terms of the way that I present it, and the tips and tricks. And the three things, because I sat down, I was like, well, is there any way that I can kind of bring this into like a few tips to kind of explain what I do? Because for me, it's just automatic, it's spontaneous when I teach. But the three things that I can come down to is that, and I'm going to do these in reverse order, is that in terms of 3, 2, and then 1. So the third most important one is that there's a specific strategy. The second most important one is the story about organic chemistry and the story about how you feel about organic chemistry, the whole story about that. And the first one is the state of mind that you're in. Now, I started to find that these three things are the key elements that I incorporate in my tutoring sessions, and to why I get such great results.